has committed and signed to continue his education as well as football career at Bethel College in Kansas. Give that a hand, bro. So one of the cool things to say, in my opinion, about Zay is that I don't even think this dude truly, as a senior in high school right now, truly understands how athletic he is and how talented he is. I think he's still doing things every so often that's amazing himself. And with that being said, that's really a great thing because now you understand there's still room to grow. You can keep growing, especially into this next step of your life in which you're stepping into. But I've watched this young man since he was a freshman, work his tail off in the weight room, go to track meets, do some crazy stuff off of a board in the track meet, jumping, just phenomenal athlete. And I can't be more proud of his grit and his work ethic and what he's done to get himself into this chair to do what he's about to do. And Zay, I wish you all the best. I love you, and if I can do anything else for you in the future, please don't hesitate to let me know. Zay Dottie. Up next, we have government name Quan. Everybody knows him as J.R. Thompson. Okay? So, you know, as a parent, you love all your children the same. Some of them, there's just something about them that's a little different. JR is the true definition of don't let somebody else's opinion of you determine how you view yourself. Out of every athlete, and I've been doing this for 21 years, out of every athlete that I've had the pleasure of coaching, and I've had the pleasure of being around, I hate to say it, and please don't get your feelings hurt, other athletes, this may be my favorite one because he walked through hell and came out. And didn't care what anybody else thought about it. That's the reason why he's sitting at this table. That's the reason why he has nothing but greatness ahead of him. That's the reason why one day he's a little quiet around adults right now. He's kind of coming out of that shell. But one day, whenever he does come out of that shell completely, he has an unbelievable testimony that he doesn't understand is going to impact so many lives that will give them the mindset and the desire to go do great things, and don't let somebody else's opinion of you become your reality. JR has been that young man that I can remember his freshman year. I think his mom got upset with me because we had talked about bringing him up to varsity as a freshman. And then it just so happened, unfortunately, he suffered an injury his freshman year that actually prevented him from completing that season of football. And then he fought through that, and the story goes on to J.R. Thompson not only just getting an offer from Southern Arkansas University, but capturing the eyes of many collegiate coaches that went back and forth, and even some of them threw the bait out there and offered it. But just as Bethel College is blessed to get a great athlete, Southern Arkansas is blessed to get another great athlete from Pittsburg, Texas, that's going to go do great things for them. So, please help me congratulate J.R. Thompson. Next, we have Sir Marcus Moten.
Yeah, like it.
I think Marcus may be one of the most popular people in Pittsburgh. And the cool thing about Marcus is when college coaches come in, they want to talk to these guys. We sit them down in front of them, and they start visiting. The cool thing about Marcus is this dude can sit in a room with anybody and hold a conversation and fit in. Like, it never failed that once he left out of the room, those coaches were like, man, that dude's, he's good. Like, He can hold a conversation. He can talk. He can sell himself. Henceforth, not only because of the talent that he was blessed with, but because he could sell himself, Marcus not only had this offer in which he committed to Southern Arkansas University, he also had an offer from North Texas. East Central. Okay, so he's going to keep this going on. So, but my point is this. A lot of that has to do with the fact that he would get in the room with adults, didn't allow that to intimidate him, and he would just be Marcus Moulton. On top of how talented the guy is, whenever he walked on the field at Dallas Christian, I hear people in the bleachers yelling at me, y'all need to put Moulton in the game. And whenever we finally did, it was coming, just give us time. But when we finally did, Moulton made his presence known. Because we knew who Moulton was. Just like Marcus Moulton knows who Marcus is. And no different from the other two teammates in which he shared the field with that we've already talked about, there's still nothing but greatness ahead of this young man. He's another one that is a true student of the game, to sit and get on the board with him, to talk coverages, to talk route concepts, is really cool because there's not very many high school athletes that you can do that with. Because of that desire of him, and because of that knowledge that he already has, and because he's another one that I think that truly doesn't understand how gifted he is and how talented he is, there's so much more coming. So, congratulations, Marcus Moulton. Last but not least, none other than Mr. KB Caden Butler. Let's go, Mumbo. All right, so KB's another one that I think around adults he's a little quiet, but he don't know that I hear him in the locker room talking to his buddy. Okay? But KB is the guy that as we went through his high school career, and especially the varsity level, the past couple of years, KB's the guy that it was no doubt in our mind that if somebody had a dude, and KB's playing corner, if somebody had a dude, KB wasn't afraid to go out there and say, Coach, I'm good, lock me up on it. The thing about being a secondary player, playing in the back end, is you got to have a short memory. Okay? You're going to get exposed more than anybody else on the field. When someone makes a great catch on you, everybody saw that you were the person that was supposed to be covering them. The lack of knowledge of some people don't even realize that in some coverages you weren't supposed to cover them and you were just trying to chase them to go help your teammates make a play. Somebody else screwed up. But KB is that guy that it never failed that he was okay with going and covering whoever their dude was. He wasn't afraid of Prevo. He wasn't afraid of anybody else that any other team felt like they could put on the field. He was okay with being on that island, knowing that when it's all said and done, Coach, I got it. And if they make a play on me, I do have a short memory, and I'm going to line up and just keep playing. That is a gift that not everybody has. Not everybody has the intestinal fortitude to say, I'll go do that. That is something that's extremely special about this young man. What's even more special about this young man is that I'm sure everyone in this room knows the tragedy in which he went through and came out and said, I'm going to keep playing because I know my dad has the best seat in the house watching me play. Amen. And the crazy thing that three of these young men share is that there's three dads that did have that seat. And not any of those three young men allowed their circumstances to determine what they had in their heart and what they wanted to do with their life. I actually like to think that these young men allowed this to be motivation. Just like I know that Zay has allowed his gifts to be motivation. So I'm saying all that to say that every single one of these young men on this floor right now have blessed myself, and I would venture to say that I can speak and say bless this community more than they even realize that they have. Because of the passion, the desire, and the will to go through hard things and say, I'm going to come out a better person because this ain't about me, this is about other people. So I venture I can say that because of the seats that are filled right now, and I'm sure there's more that would have and could have been here if they had the opportunity to do so. With all that being said, our lockdown corner, please help me congratulate Katie Buck.